Welcome. I'm Halcyon. This is HugNation. It's a sign that we're here together right now. It is! Today's broadcast is about signs or synchronicities. I've had a number of them this week, and every once in a while I get out of the flow, and every once in a while it's so powerful I feel like you can't help but get caught up in the momentum of the universe, just being a tool, a vessel to deliver and be delivered. Einstein said that you either see the world as if nothing is a miracle or as if everything is. I think everything is. The sign that I wanted to talk about, the green light that I wanted to talk about, was revolving a work project. And Fresh Realm, a company I've been with for over a year now, I've gone through the process of leading their branding efforts and working with a company called RKS Designs with some branding and product development and all sorts of cool, building of who we are. And our color scheme is a palette of greens. And we've been developing this shipping vessel, which is a plastic corrugate outside, and it's got insulation on the inside, and it's got this cage with drawers, and each piece of it we have to decide what the colors are going to be for it and what the materials are going to be for it. The process is something like I've ever done before. Making a web page, all you have to do is pick hex colors and then make it live in the world, and if you decide you don't like it, you can change it. If you're getting huge plastic things created, you have to be very sure the colors that you want. So it can be very stressful for me. I find myself like committing. It's like my fear of commitment in plastic form. So we had this epiphany last week where what if we put a colored interior plastic cage inside a translucent corrugate so that the green would shine or barely kind of muted go through. And it was something we've been playing with back printing. We had gray back printing. This is all too complicated, but let me just say that we had this idea, what if we made it green? And so I drove to Home Depot on Friday, had a green paint matched to what I needed, went to the office Friday afternoon and painted a bunch of things green so I could make up a really crude mock-up so we could see what it looked like. Saturday, I stayed in Ventura so I could keep working on this project. Get up Saturday morning, didn't have a lot of laundry, but whatever, it's Saturday, I don't have to wear anything nice, so I put a shirt that I never wear and throw it on and go outside and realize that there's crowds of people in downtown Ventura because there's a St. Patrick's Day parade. And I noticed that the shirt that I picked is my only green shirt. So I then go to my office, which is the second floor on Main Street where the parade is going down. And so now I'm wearing a green shirt with a green prototype on the table as a parade of green is marching by with trumpets. Dun 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 dun. Green, 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 green. Like, what? Are you serious? I guess we gotta go with green. I hope they didn't mean that I was supposed to change the color of my hair. Maybe I should pay closer attention. Anyway, we still have some fine-tuning to do in the color selections, but and this process of signs and faith was a really important reminder for me that your job is not necessarily to figure out from the mind the best way to do everything. You're not supposed to outthink, out-strategize. Sometimes, most of the time, it's probably a process of trying to listen and do what feels right. So it's not so much a math equation. It's more of a heart pull, heart relationship, a gut feeling. You know, there's that book Blink that says that, you know, our first instincts to make decisions are often as good, if not better, than if we spend a lot of time considering the pros and cons, because we have a better sense of we don't get any better the more that we bring mind into it. I wish I knew the name of it, but there was a book where it's saying that we actually have far less control over the choices we make than we think. That we have deep brain activity that decides things for us, and then our conscious mind creates a story around it to justify it. That was in the context of alien visitation and UFOs, kind of talking about how throughout time there are these similar archetypal stories of abduction, but your brain creates a story that fits the context of your culture. So maybe it's a succubus, or maybe it's a demon, or maybe it's a jungle beast, or maybe it's a UFO. So the key, I think, for me this week has been to float more, steer less, and to trust less of my mind's ability to think it through. Yes, think it through, do the research, get close, and then have more faith and trust in things beyond your conscious mind. My partner said, you know, when we were talking about, I shared with him all this green parade stuff, and he goes, I like that we make corporate decisions like that, you know, with that type of reasoning. It's like, yeah, me too. So hopefully there are signs in your world. It's like, I think they say that's one of the indications that you are in alignment or on a spiritual path, is that synchronicities start to appear more and more. And they're always there, just you start to notice them. Almost like the scriptwriter is less and less random. People start to reoccur, and themes reoccur. And so I hope you are feeling like you're where you're supposed to be, because you are. Let's have a hug. Grab yourself by the shoulders. We're so appreciative of this body. While we know that the functioning of this body works perfectly, not because of the genius of our mind, the ability to figure out how to process the oxygen and pump the heart, but because of the wisdom, the intelligence way deeper than our conscious mind. And we know to trust that wisdom. We have no choice. And so we need to remember that when it comes time to trust the other parts, the deeper parts that sometimes we think we need to overthink, and have faith that there is a similar parallel wisdom, intelligence embedded in us, flowing through us. The conscious mind helps us to observe it, to enjoy it, to appreciate it, to marvel in it, but it's not totally up to the conscious mind to figure it all out. That's crazy. So we have appreciation for all of our thoughts, and understanding that it is just one of the tools. As you fumble around in the dark, you use your hands along the walls, you listen, you try to see if there's maybe specks of light. Each of our senses gives us a little piece of the puzzle, and our thoughts, our conscious mind, should be just another one of those senses that gives us pieces of it, but should not be trusted over the other senses, the deeper senses, the emotional senses, the intuition, the gut check. And in my gut right now, I know that this present moment is perfect. And if you can hear my voice, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. A vessel of love. And whatever you do, and the more you tune into that and let that radiate out in the actions and the words and the smiles and the eye contact you give to people, the more you're in alignment and the more you are helping the cosmic one align to positive vibration, love, divinity, you name it. Let's take 3 more breaths. In through the nose, hold it, and then out through the mouth. Ready? On behalf of Grandpa Caleb, all the love warriors, and you, happy Hug Nation. I love you. Namaste.